My friends, kumusta na kayo? How are you doing everyone? Welcome sa aking podcast. Isa na namang nakaka-inspire, nakaka-motivate, very inspiring na topic tonight, today, this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Ang aking title ay The Life I'm Building Quietly, Why Slow Progress is Still Powerful. So, before we talk about success, before we talk about goals, before we talk about money or freedom, I want to ask you something very honest. How are you really doing today? Not the I'm fine answer, not the answer you give at work, not the answer you give your family so they don't worry, but the real answer. Because so many of us are smiling on the outside, but quietly tired on the inside. Tired of repeating the same days, tired of giving our best energy to everything except ourselves, tired of feeling like life is passing by while we are just trying to keep up. If that's you, you're not weak, you're not ungrateful, you are human. And tonight, today, I want to talk to you the version of you that keeps going, even when no one claps. Let's be real for a moment. Many of us are doing everything right. We went to school, we got the job, we work hard, we pay the bills, we show up every single day. And yet, why does it still feel like something is missing? Why does it feel like no matter how hard you work, the finish line keeps moving? You work 8 hours, me, I work 10 hours a day, sometimes more. You come home tired, you still show up for your family. You still push through exhaustions. But at the end of the month, there's not much left. And the scary part, you start to wonder, is this really it? Kasi naitanong ko rin yan sa sarili ko eh. Is this how my life will look 5 years from now? 10 years from now? Until retirement? If retirement even comes, that quiet fear, that question you don't say out loud, it doesn't mean you lack faith. It means you're waking up. For many years, I believed that hard work alone was enough. If I just work harder, if I stayed longer, if I sacrificed more, eventually life would reward me. But here's what I learned the hard way. Hard work without ownership leads to burnout. Hard work without leverage leads to limits. Hard work without vision leads to frustration. And one day, I had a quiet realization. I didn't just want a paycheck, I want choices. I wanted to choose rest without guilt. I wanted to choose time with my family without asking permission. I wanted to choose growth instead of survival. That desire didn't come loudly, it came as a whisper. And maybe you have heard it too. That small voice saying, there has to be more than this. Kasi naitanong ko rin yan sa sarili ko dati. Let me talk to you honestly. One of the biggest lies we believe in this is this: I'm too late. I should have started earlier. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I'm not tech savvy. I don't have time. But I can tell you something powerful. You are not late. You are right on time for the version of you that is finally ready. Ready to stop just surviving. Ready to stop postponing your dreams. Ready to stop saying maybe someday. Slow progress does not mean no progress. Every step you take toward yourself matters. Even the unsure steps, even the scared steps, even the quiet steps, especially the quiet ones. Not everyone is meant to build loudly. Some of us are building in silence, learning quietly, growing steadily, becoming stronger internally before success shows externally. And that's okay. You don't need to announce your next move. You don't need validation from people who don't see your vision. You don't need to rush your timeline to match someone else's highlight reel. What you're building may not look impressive yet, but it's foundational. And foundations are not glamorous, they are necessary. So here's the truth no one talks about. The biggest change isn't your income, it's your identity. You start thinking differently. You start valuing time differently. You start believing that your dreams matter too. You stop asking, can I really do this? And you start asking, what happens if I don't? You realize that staying stuck is also a risk, that comfort can quietly cost you your future, that obedience to fear keeps you small. And growth, real growth, requires courage before confidence. So if you're watching this and thinking, this feels like me, this is exactly where I am. I don't want to feel like this forever. I want you to know something. You are not behind. You are not broken and you are not asking for too much. You are simply ready for more. And more doesn't mean reckless change. It means intentional steps, guided steps, and supported steps. You don't have to do this alone. Don't you know that? I'll end with this. One day you look back at this season and realize this was the moment you stopped ignoring the whisper. This was the moment you chose yourself. This was the moment everything began to shift. So if you feel led to learn, if you feel curious, if you feel that tug in your heart, message me. Let's talk. No pressure, no promises, just clarity. Because the life you're building quietly today will one day speak loudly for you. Yes, that is right. Thank you for being here and hoping I open your eyes, I open your hearts and your soul, and hoping I add value to you and hoping that yeah, it made you think and reflect because it's only you who can decide what kind of future you want for yourself. So again, thank you so much guys. At sana makita ko kayo ulit tomorrow in my next FB Live. Again, this is Mary Chris, your friend, uh, a teacher, a mom, and also a wife to my husband Jesse. Thank you so much guys. And see you again tomorrow in my next FB Live. Bye.